After all of the games that we've had so far today, I feel like the expectations for this one are so high. Not just because they've been get better and better throughout the day, but also just because of the caliber of talent that are playing in this specific game.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, Blinky touted as one to win for sure. Everyone is very scared to play against Blinky, as we have heard from people like Rainbolt. Gelotris was quite nervous to play against Blinky, but we just heard that confidence from him at the end there, which is so nice to see. So it's going to be great to see them compete. I really think it's going to be a fun one.
All right, well, I guess it's time for us to get into our first game as we head into our moving round. This is what Blinky's really... He even said in his own interview that he's really known for it.
Yeah, this is Blinky's home right here. Moving is all he wants. He just zooms the second it starts. So let's get straight into this, our last quarterfinals matchup. Blinky versus Gelotris. Game 1, moving. Let's see Blinky get to work. As we load into this first round here, we do instantly see some Cambodian language. So instantly we do know the country there. And Gelotris says, Blinky, I don't want you to move around. You don't get to find anything.
Look at the smirk.
Here's 10 seconds.
It's all in the smirk. That's actually one thing that I noticed about Gelotris yesterday when he was playing, is the facial expressions tell you such a big story with him.
Yeah, they sure do. And look at that. 2 similar guesses guessing just north of the capital. Only 39 points down to Gelotris. A simple and chill way to start for both of them. Round 2 here. Let's get straight into it.
So do you think this is just going to be the strategy then? Is Gelotris is just going to be disrupt Blinky as much as possible? I
think he is. I think he sees the Dominican Republic car here, and Blinky does as well and recognizes the city. They both do recognize the city in the Dominican Republic. There are really only 2 cities covered on Google Street View, so it can definitely help simplify things. They get it in there, both in the correct city, but Gelotris slightly closer.
Yeah, it's very close. There's 5 points.
5 points down on Blinky's health. Very close still as we move into round 3. So straight off the bat, as we get started here, we do see all these yellow plates here and some language. So by the looks of it, we should be in the Netherlands, as both players are zooming in. Netherlands does have yellow long plates with the EU dash on the left there. Looks like the guesses are just coming in quick. They don't want to look around. They don't want to move. Gelotris still debating where to guess when Blinky this time, the one to shoot a guess in very quick. And look at that. They are both in the same city. They both do get it. Blinky a little closer though. What a showing from both of them.
Really playing each other at their own game here. I feel like this is probably going to be the game where we see the most mind games.
Yeah, I definitely think that is a big possibility. Round 4 here. Now we're at 2.5 times damage, but look at those scores still both above 5-9. Here we go here. What should be possibly... This is a difficult one, but I think we're looking at some new Nigeria by the looks of it. But what are they going to be able to find here? The camera quality here is not the greatest, so therefore some signs might not be as readable, but it seems like Blinky has the road possibly there, which is exciting. Gelotris went in quick, but Blinky, with a little time, is he on the correct road? Let's see. He's not, but a very, very good region, yes.
Yeah, this is the first round now that we've seen between the two of them where there's been an actual substantial health loss.
Yeah, no, seriously, now Gelotris is down by quite a decent amount of health here going into round 5, but still above 4,000. That's not a bad place to be in halfway through the match. Let's get them straight into this. Where are we going to be by the looks of it? Possibly in India here. Could be difficult. I've heard that Blinky has gotten quite good at India, so we will see if he can show that knowledge here. Gelotris, again, just going with the tactic of guessing as soon as possible to not let Blinky do his work.
I'm definitely very interested to see where Blinky goes here and just how much he can show that skill in India. Just dotting around for now, because I feel like it's such a huge country.
Oh, wow. It ends up being very far east. Blinky a little farther east than Gelotris, and with how big of a country India is, that is a serious toll that he takes on his health. Round 6, 3.5 times damage. Let's get the players started. Straight off the bat, we should be in Latin America by the looks of it, at least. I believe we could be in an Argentina here, possibly. We do have some polls that could make sense for Argentina. But it definitely, we will see. Oh, Blinky did make a guess. I did miss where he guessed. But, oh, Peru, that makes sense as well. Oh, up in the north of Peru, they are both up there. Very close to each other. But Blinky in the town, Gelotris, a region guess. Blinky on top of it. Wow. What an incredible guess from the both of them, really. But Blinky just on top, sitting with only 4 damage taken still as we go round 7.
The Blinky fans in the audience must be thrilled at this point.
Yeah, he's doing so great. Round 7 here, 4 times damage. We get straight into it in what should be an Ecuador round here. The players will notice some Ecuador bollards behind us, these short bollards, white bollards with 2 little red sections on there, as well as lots of language and a general landscape that definitely fits well with Ecuador. Small country here, 4 times damage though, so definitely could see some health taken off here. Gelotris in quick. Oh, but Blinky going pretty far away, much farther north, almost other side of the country. Oh, and he ends up being closer. It's northwest, but Blinky's still closer, taking off 1,700 points there, just chipping away at Gelotris.
Yeah, he's still alive. I mean, what was it? We saw down to 22 points earlier on.
Yeah.
So you can hold on, but I guess as we're getting further and further into these multipliers, they have 4.5 times. You really want a good guess here if you're Gelotris.
Yeah, Blinky's still basically at full health, only won 1 round so far, and it wasn't by much. Getting straight into this next round. So by the looks of it, we should be in new Senegal coverage. We do have some polls that line up, as well as this specific car in Gen 4. It makes a lot of sense. Senegal has some polls. I don't know if any of them have looked at it on the screen, but they're similar to polls found in France, as Senegal used to be a French colony, so something to look for. As we can see, though, Gelotris went below the Gambia, and Blinky went above it. 5Ks practically to end out the moving game.
Wow, what a way to end that game. Hands straight to the face. It's like he can't even believe himself.
Yeah, you saw him there lining up roads, looking down, trying to make something work. Last second, makes the pick, is the correct road. Gelotris still looking happy. He's okay with it.
He gets it. There's respect.
Yeah.
There's respect in that smile. And of course, the game isn't over yet. We move into our no moving. But that was certainly an impressive start to the game. And I have to say, it almost feels like that was the most serious game that we've felt today so far. Like there was
energy. Yeah.
Tenseness?
Yeah.
Tension. That's the word I'm looking for.
Of course, yes. No, there definitely was a tension in the room. It was Gelotris just fighting to get back any points that he could. He only took 4 off of Blinky there. But at the same time, you look at where Gelotris is guessing, and they were good guesses. They were the right country. Some of those regional guesses, Blinky was closer and just happened to line up things a little better. That is what Blinky is so great at. But Gelotris not too far behind, a good showing nonetheless.
I think that's one of the fascinating things about this game as well, is you can tell with all of these players that are on a similar skill level that the thought process that gets them in the area of the world is always the same. It's about, did you see that tiny bit of information?
Yeah.
Did you see that one little thing that's going to just get you a bit closer?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we are ready for our game 2. Now we are in no moving. This is exciting. I think Gelotris probably feels a little more comfortable here. He did get that moving game out of the way, though he did lose. I'm sure he wanted to get it over with. Let's see how this no moving goes. We are in what looks to be Sweden here, which is quite exciting. Shout out Sweden. Shout out the Swedes here. Beautiful. So we do have one sign here, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say finding that town is going to be near impossible in this short of a time limit.
Someone in this room came from that town.
Yeah, that's their home. Definitely.
Who in this room is from there?
From I'm not going to pronounce that. 5 seconds left. Gelotris made his guess quick. Blinky is right there, close to him, so not much, but Blinky is a little closer. And that has Gelotris losing only 100 health. Not too bad to start. Both really, really great guesses here as we go into round 2. 1.5 times damage. This here looks like an interesting round to get them into. This looks like a Russia. So with it being Russia, we know how big of a country that is. This coverage does look quite distinct. I'm sure some of these players might know it. We will see Blinky in a very distinct area quick, as well as Gelotris both making guesses. Blinky!
Oh my
so close, so fast.
It was the speed of that. The fact both of them zoomed straight in. They knew what they were looking for.
Yeah, they were ready to go right away. Now we have our round 3. Let's see if they can be as quick on this one as well. So straight off the bat, by the looks of it, this might be a Guam or Northern Mariana Islands possibly, which is quite interesting. So we will see. Yeah, it looks like Gelotris is going into Guam there. So we do have these roads and general landscape and things that do kind of look American-esque, and the cars and the plates and everything, but it does look quite tropical. So a Guam, a Northern Mariana, it makes sense. They are both in Guam. And Blinky manages to be on top of it. Look at this showing from Blinky.
I mean, he's proving exactly why he's basically considered the favorite to win for this tournament.
No, he definitely is. And again, though, Gelotris not playing too bad. Following suit is just Blinky with that last little level of excellence. Round 4 here, 2.5 times damage. Let's get straight into it.
Look at this information that's actually available
straight away
on the screen right in front of us.
Yeah, right as we get in, we instantly do see information. We should be in Nigeria here based off of what we're looking at. Both players know it. Do they know any of these things on the signs? Are they giving them any clues? Blinky's super confident, super fast, so he seems to have seen something he knew. Gelotris gonna just make a region guess. He's farther west, but Blinky seemed confident. I think he might have the town.
Gelotris looks like he's looking for something specific.
He is. He was trying to find what Blinky already found. Blinky in the town again with 2.5 times damage, even in Nigeria, taking so much health off of Gelotris. Man. Wow, Blinky still at full health as we are in round 5. 3 times damage now. Let's get into it. Straight off the bat, we should be in Malaysia by the looks of it. We have the general landscape. I think it's possible this could be the Borneo Island, part of Malaysia. We'll see. Blinky is zooming in there quick. I wonder if he'll line up any roads. He instantly sees the sign, and he definitely is using it to his advantage. Gelotris took a look at it, but maybe isn't recognizing some things that Blinky already had. We'll see. They are taking their time here, both, though.
Blinky, the polyglot, knows every language.
Yeah, he
That's actually how he does it.
He has learned a lot of various things in different languages that do help him quite a bit, but they are guessing in similar areas here of Malaysia. Blinky is definitely looking for the road. He's trying to find it. Gelotris as well. They did both line up with the compass trick to see if that they can find something that matches up. But with only about 15 seconds left, neither of them have found anything they're confident with. So we'll see. Blinky seems to be possibly committing.
Yeah, but he seems to be very confused because he keeps zooming in on this same sign, going back into the map, and it's like he's double checking. He actually can't quite match up whatever it is he's looking for.
Yeah, they both didn't end up finding it, but Gelotris closer there, taking off 880 points.
Listen
from
to that
Blinky. Listen to that love for Gelotris. Show the love for Gelotris. Seriously, he's putting up a great show. Round 6 is coming up next now. 3.5 times damage. Gelotris really needs to keep winning some rounds. Hopefully he can take that confidence into the next. So here we are on our next round in what seems to be Europe. Oh, we do have some signs there that they're seeing. I wonder if they recognize any of that. We will see. Blinky going in quick. North Austria makes a lot of sense. Is that a town they can find? We will see. They are both in a similar area. Makes a bit of sense. A lot of Austria is quite mountainous. This is more rolling hills. So that does narrow it down within the country. They both seem to be in a similar area. But will they find this specific town? It could be pretty small. We will see. But 30 seconds, what can they do?
Scanning for the town name. On the map here is Blinky. I think Gelotris is just looking for some more information, perhaps of the topography, the landscape around him that he can use to his advantage.
Yeah, usually in a situation like this, you kind of know you're probably not going to find it, but you do take the time to your advantage and look if you can. If you happen to find it, it would pay off. If not, you just make a region guess and hope for the best.
Blinky just narrowing down his spot while just scanning around. Only a couple seconds left.
Oh, but it does end up being in the south. Gelotris committing north. Blinky getting closer. 2 of the areas that can be flatter. Makes sense. But Blinky, his region guess, did pay off better than Gelotris's with round 7 now. With 4 times damage. This is such a massive round. for Gelotris. If he wants to stay alive in this, this is really the time to do it. We do seem to be in New Zealand here straight off the bat. We have some New Zealand poles, left side drive by the looks of it. So we will see. It's pretty flat here as well, and we do have some mountains in the distance, which could indicate more of a southern island type of vibe and landscape. North Island is generally more rolling hills, while the South Island is flat on the east and then massive, massive mountains on the west, and that seems to be a little bit more of the look we have here. So we do see Gelotris in the South Island of New Zealand trying to line something up, Blinky down there as well, but both looking for whatever they can find that possibly matches up to the town they're in.
Yeah. Simple residential area. I don't think there's any signs that they can see, so...
Yeah, there's really not
really got to base it on the
much.
landscape.
Yeah, not too much to go off of. They could possibly see if this town is on some sort of grid, which could help. They could line up the grid with the compass if they can find that, but not too likely with only 3 seconds left. Both are just shooting in the dark. Blinky ends up being so close there. Gelotris deciding on more of a hedge, ends up not going in his favor, and only having 800 points left, but he will be alive to see round 8.
And if you guys are fans of Gelotris out there, you need to be giving him some cheers for encouragement now, because
this is his time.
This could be it.
This could be it. Game 2. No move. Round 8. 4.5 times damage. Blinky with a serious, serious lead over Gelotris going into this round. What could possibly be Portugal, a small country. It does look like it is Portugal. They do see the .pt there in the back. Lines up, small country. He could stay alive through this. He could deal some damage to Blinky. Let's see what happens, what they can find. We do have some little things that could help indicate possibly where they are, but really not too much to go off of.
Yeah, lots of random little pieces of writing here, and also on some kind of maybe industrial park kind of place.
Yeah, definitely. There's not too much to go off of. It does seem like Gelotris, oh, he's committing far south now. I think it seems like there's probably water south, and they're trying to pick something that lines up. Blinky looking for anything he can. Gelotris committing to the very bottom of the country. If it is not there, this could go poorly for him, but I respect the commit. Will it pay off? It does not. Blinky so close, and with that multiplier, that is our game. Blinky moves on.
A fantastic game. I think Gelotris knew that risk was there for him. Blinky just being considered potentially the best player in this tournament seemed to just handle that with ease.
No, he definitely did. I think there's obviously a reason people say he's one of the best. There's a reason people say he's up there as one of the highest contenders to make it all the way to the top and win the whole thing. And he really did just show why he is considered that good.
Yeah, and I think, for Gelotris, who clearly was saying, I didn't expect to make it this far. I am not one of the favorites of this tournament. Yeah, part of that is just being humble, but he did really well considering that.
No, he really did. It was close. They were both getting the countries. Blinky just with those such incredible region guesses and just getting the roads right, finding all the information he needed, it just paid off.
Well, we'll get to hear from both of them on the stage with Paula.
First things first, everybody, commiserations to Gelotris. Make some noise! Gelotris, tough match. How did it go from your perspective?
I mean, I'm happy with how it ended up. Didn't get flawless on the moving game. Hey. Overall, I'm happy. I mean, it's nothing I can do about it. It was a super performance, per usual, from Blinky, so he's just too strong.
Gelotris, anything you'd like to say to everybody in the arena and at home before I turn my attention to Blinky?
I'm really happy. There are so many people here. Probably a lot of people I know, but I don't know their faces. But I'm happy to meet everybody later on and have a good show.
Everybody, once again, give it up for Gelotris! Blinky, mate, that was a star performance landing you in the semi-finals. You barely put a foot wrong. How did it go from your perspective?
Yeah, I feel like keeping the nerves is really the important part. And even though I try, I still feel like some guesses, I got some nerves that, if I were playing at home, I would play a bit better. But I kept my nerves enough to perform really well, and that's what mattered, and I'm happy about that.
Blinky, did it help having the fan club in the arena?
It's great. Yeah, thank you guys. But not gonna help me 5k Vilox, but...
So, Blinky, you're moving into the semi-finals. Your opponent's going to be Radu. Can I get your thoughts on that matchup?
Radu is definitely a scary opponent. In practice, I played pretty good games against him, so I'm hoping to reproduce that. But still, he could easily beat me, and that's gonna be scary.
Guys, thank you so much.